prepared statement. Go ahead and tell us what we need to know.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Gregory Joey Johnson, and many years ago I was a defendant in the U.S. Supreme Court flag burning case, Texas versus Johnson, in 1989, that decided that burning the American flag in protest was a form of protected speech. Okay, we're here today celebrating the defeat of the charges against these two brothers right here, Niko and Bo.
Yeah.
Who are facing felony charges here in Cleveland for bravely being part of a protest where we burned the American flag outside of the Republican National Convention in 2016. While Donald Trump was inside doing his fascist America First chauvinism of scapegoating our immigrant brothers and sisters, demonizing Muslims, degrading women, talking about make America great on the ashes and on the suffering of people all over the world. We were taking a bold internationalist stand and standing with the people of the world. We burned a symbol of oppression and plunder and empire, and that be the American flag. And I'm proud of what we did that day. We were retaliated against by the Cleveland police, by the Secret Service. They jammed up on our protest, they crashed it, they brutally arrested myself and 15 other people, and we've been fighting these charges now for more than a year and some months since then. So this was a big defeat for Donald Trump today, for his attempts to criminalize dissent and protest, especially burning the American flag as a form of protest.
Next.
Yeah, I'm Niko with the Revolution Club. And on September 13th, 2017, the felony charge against me and my comrade was dropped for being part of the RNC protest. And this is a really important victory, you know, and I'm really going to hammer at that point. It's just a great victory for the people here and the people around the world. And people should take inspiration from that. And, you know, I stand by what I did, and, you know, like I said, I'll do it again.
Bo with Fuse Fascism, and everybody already knows the facts of the case and all the horrors that are all wrapped up with it. But I got a special point I want to talk about. There's a lot of American chauvinism being put forward right now. And look, I served in this military. I did all the horrible deeds that this country puts people forward to do. And burning this flag was part of me realizing that American lives aren't more important than other people's lives. Internationalism. People of the world are what counts. People got to break out all this chauvinist attitude. And I'm going to call out a certain group right now called the NRA. They got this horrible ad going out saying that they'll defend this flag by any means necessary. Well, if you know what this flag's about, if you know all the horrors that are wrapped up with it, this means death for millions of people around the world, death for people here locally, and you still uphold that flag, then you got no humanity. And you need to really think about what you're all about.
Oh yeah, if y'all want to find out more about this leadership, this is Baba Bakey, that's on my shirt. If you want to find out more about this leadership, you know, go to revcom.us, or you can come, you know, seek out the Revolution Club.
I just want to add too, we were attacked by the Cleveland police and by the fascist InfoWars operatives, Joe Biggs. That's who came in and crashed our protests. We had a right to burn the American flag, and it's the right thing to do. And really, if you look back, what we did was very prescient. You look at everything that Trump has done since then. What we did was look into the future and what Trump's regime was going to concentrate. They had an earthquake in Mexico last week, and Trump couldn't even bring himself to call the Mexican government to give his condolences. Why? He's too busy signing deportation orders for DACA folks. He's too busy making threats against nuclear war against the people of North Korea. This is what Trump is doing. He's too busy dropping the mother of all bombs on the people of Afghanistan. What we did was the right thing to do. It was taking an internationalist stand, standing with the people of the world. Like Baba Bakey says, American lives are not more important than other people's lives.
Very good. Guys, just stay there. I'll get a couple other shots. What's that?
We're not through yet. We got something we want you to see for sure. Where's the crowd? We're still celebrating our victory. We're still standing with the people of the world. 12 more people the charges have got to be dropped against. It's a symbol of international plunder and murder, oppression and empire. This is what we did at the RNC, and we're doing it again now. We're completely unrepentant about it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
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 1, 2, 3, 4.
Slavery, genocide, and war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
America was never great.
November 4th, it begins. Drive out the Trump and Pence regime. Out into the streets.
Yes.
This nightmare must end. The Trump and Pence regime must go. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America.
Guys, keep talking. I'll just get some other shots.
Okay.
Just keep talking. And...
Read your statement. Yeah.
Hi, Brenda.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah.
Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey.
Ho, ho. Trump and Pence have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Trump and Pence have got to go. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Ho, ho.
Nico, now
Trump and Pence have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Trump and Pence have got to go. Hey, hey. On September 13th, 2017, the felony charges against me and my comrade for being part of the rnc16 protest were dropped. Because of the important support from people outraged from our lawyers, the rnc16 has a big legal team of over 30 attorneys, all volunteered their time and expertise to this case. Most importantly, the rnc16 have stood firm and proud of what we did. There are still 12 facing misdemeanor charges. The fight is still on to get all the charges dropped. This was a great victory for the people, defeating these charges. What we did was a rallying cry to the people of the world. I stand by what I did. I'm very proud of what we accomplished, standing with the people of the world, calling out and sounding the alarm about the fascism of the Trump regime. I got to be a part of that. I also want to say there is a force that is serious about getting organized for revolution, to overthrow this system at the soonest possible time.
Come on.
Right here in the belly of the beast, what they call the USA.
Yeah.
And people taking heart from that. I'm with the Revolution Club. You can come talk to me about that and find out more. People can be part of making all this happen. The alternative is letting these fascists, these white supremacists get organized.
Yes.
You know, and sweep up humanity. And we cannot let that happen. And, you know, they love to say what this flag stands for. But, you know, I'll tell you what this fucking flag stands for. It stands for a symbol of imperialism, domination, and suffering. Every time that flag flies, our black youth are being gunned down in the streets. Every time that fucking flag flies, people around the world are being bombed and being devastated. So that's why we're saying America is never great.
I wanted to say too that Trump, back last November, put out those tweet threats that flag burners should be jailed for a year, stripped of their citizenship. This is part of this fascist regime ripping up the rule of law in this country. They don't even pay attention to their own Supreme Court rulings when they're suffering some political exposure or it interferes with their fascist agenda.
Guys,
So-
what's the law as it pertains to flag burning? It's considered protected speech.
It's considered protected
you,
speech.
you don't have to go through. We're just talking person to person
Yeah.
here, and
It was a decision in my case in 1989. That said it was
okay, I'm
protected
talking about now though. It's
Right.
just considered protected speech.
Right, so they violated their own laws when they crashed, when they
What
attacked
did they
our
What did they
protests.
charge you with then?
They didn't charge us with flag burning, because
With like
in fact the
disturbing
reason
the peace or something?
disturbing the
like
peace. Initially, they tried to charge me, and what they wrote on the arrest sheet was aggravated arson. You know, when they figured out that
How about
wouldn't stick,
disturbing the peace? Was that
they
one of
said
the charges?
it was aggravated disorderly conduct, aggravated resisting arrest, and then finally they settled on an assault charge, or the misdemeanor assault charge against what they called were 2 members of the media. And then when we found out later who those 2 members of the media were, it was these reactionaries from the organization InfoWars, fascists, operatives of the Trump regime. They had press credentials for the RNC, the fascist Alex Jones and InfoWars. So initially, for 5 months, I'm charged with misdemeanor assault, even though the day after the protest, the prosecution had possession of a video that these InfoWars operatives posted on YouTube where they bragged about going down to the protest to attack me, punching me and kicking me and tearing my t-shirt to prevent me from burning the flag. So the whole thing was totally bogus, you know. And the charges that these 2 brothers have been going through, felonies, one of them facing 4 years, one of them facing as many as 8 years in prison, arose from the same protest, the same illegal police assault and police arrest of protesters for a demonstration where we announced ahead of time we were burning the American flag, that I was going to be the person doing it.
But they're the ones who did it.
No, I burned the flag, but they were there at the protest.
Okay. All right. Well, I never mind being photographed, but just so I know, where will that? If I wanted to see that later on, where will that be?
It'll probably be put up just on the internet with YouTube and Refuse Fascists.
Give them your card and they'll send it to you.
I don't know. I don't have a card. But did you guys send a release to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And obviously, we're the only ones that showed